Hey, welcome back. I'm Cara Bradley, bringing you a very, very simple introduction to mindfulness. It doesn't mean it's beginner, it doesn't mean it's elementary, it just means that it is simple common sense. In the last video, I introduced you to the definition of mindfulness, as many of you may have learned, and also 3 steps to starting to understand how mindfulness can work in your own life. The first step was just simply to notice the moment that you're in. Second step is to do that over and over again, because that's how we build strength. That's how we build mental strength. And then the third step is to commit to pausing for a little bit longer, 3 to 5 minutes. We went through a short practice at the end of video 1. So mindfulness is the capacity to pay attention more often, moment to moment, so that we can enjoy a bunch of benefits. And I want to go through those benefits with you today, just as a little bit of encouragement. I know that it is so easy to get discouraged when trying to meditate, and you may have tried with an app or in a class or on a YouTube video. What I want to encourage you to do, just because I have been teaching mindfulness and body-mind practices for decades, is to start small. Start small, stay with it, right? Stay steady, and you will build capacity from there. So if you've ever had a relationship with meditation and it hasn't worked, I ask you to throw it out the window. Just let it go for now. I'm sure you had a great teacher or a great practice, quality practice, but the thing is, we're not ready until we're ready. And I want to take you way back to a place that makes sense for you. Not so that you don't feel like this is something you have to do, but something that you want to do for your physical health and mental wellness. So I would like to read you a list of some of the benefits that you will enjoy with a consistent mindfulness practice. And that mindfulness practice can be the simple one that we did in the last video. 3 to 5 minutes, pausing to notice feet, notice body, notice heart rate, notice breath. That's a mindfulness practice. And if you did that every day, you would become more aware. You would be able to pay attention better. You'd be able to focus better. So we start small, we stay steady, and we build. All right, so I'm going to read you a list, and this comes from my book, On The Verge, and it is a list of benefits of noticing the moment that you're in. I'm going to put my glasses on because I can't read this small type. All right, so practicing mindfulness consistently, and it could be just those 3 steps, my friend. Okay, we're not talking about huge, long, meditation retreats. We're talking about just consistency. Okay, obviously, increases your ability to pay attention. Okay, that's a good thing. Settles your mind and creates a sense of spaciousness. Clarity. Oh my gosh, who doesn't want more clarity and space in the busy mind? I'll talk about this more in future videos, but for now, just recognize that you can settle your mind on your own. You have the capacity. Reduces stress or the effects of stress on your body and your mind. Now, this is huge. This is huge for me because I have suffered from adrenal fatigue. And even though I was meditating, even though I was a yoga teacher, right? Even though I was running a busy wellness business and it caused me stress that I wasn't handling very well. So I have, I've felt this firsthand. And I know that by practicing consistently and being aware, you can reduce the effects of stress on your body and mind. And in the last 1.5 years, I have done that. Practicing mindfulness cultivates patience with yourself and others. So if you are impatient, yep, I have been there as well. And Not as triggered anymore, not as much, but I can find myself becoming impatient and I notice it more quickly. That's the thing. It doesn't mean you're gonna be perfect. Doesn't mean you're gonna be, totally chill. It just means you're gonna notice it more quickly before you put your foot in your mouth. That's a good thing. All right, there's a bunch more. Helps you enjoy doing ordinary activities. When you start paying attention, when you start noticing what you're doing, you will start to savor moments. Savor the walk in the woods, savor folding the laundry, savor that time just spent cooking a delicious meal. Things that used to be ordinary that you might have rushed through will start to be really enjoyable. This is when we slow down the pace of our lives. Okay, makes you calmer and less reactive or angry. So this is for sure something I have noticed in my life, especially in the last year, because I have been making big improvements in my gut-brain health. The gut-brain connection absolutely plays a part in helping you to become less reactive. And when you marry that with mindfulness practice, wow. This has changed my life. It's been a game changer, completely. So you notice the moment more often, you become stronger at noticing, and then you start to make other changes in your life. Like for me, it's been the gut health, and it changes everything, much less triggered. Okay, I'm gonna move through these. So we have reduces judgment of yourself and others, because we start to pay attention to when we're speaking poorly to ourselves or thinking poorly about others. It actually reduces your resting heart rate because you get less triggered, less impatient, less agitated. So your resting heart rate lowers. Improves digestion because our digestion is directly impacted by our stress levels. So when we are more stressed more often, as I was for a long time, your digestion's out of whack. So you start improving one, it's a beautiful thing, and other systems in the body start to improve. Okay, couple more, that's it. Boosts working memory. How many times have you been so busy mentally that you feel like you can't remember things? Like, oh my gosh, I remember one time in the heat of it all, and I'm not kidding you, this is the truth. I had to look up my zip code, like where I was living. It frightened me. And I realized, oh my gosh, my mind is so overwhelmed with information that I can't even access my zip code. It actually worried me a little bit, I gotta be honest with you, but it hasn't happened in a couple of years. It offers you a sense of peace, a sense of relief and peace. When you can just do one thing at a time, when you can pay attention to one task at a time, this sense of joy and enjoyment and really just delight washes over you. Just by noticing the moment that you're in. Just by doing it more often so you get better at doing it. Just by pausing. Maybe once or twice a day for that 5-minute reprieve. Okay, finally, reduces chronic stress and tension in your body. So our bodies remember what we're thinking, what we're feeling emotionally. It's all interrelated. So again, this came from my book, On The Verge. Lots of practices in there. For today, I just wanted to share these benefits of mindfulness. And I share them because I want to encourage you to strike up a new relationship with being more mindful, noticing the moment. A lot of people I know have had poor experiences trying to do this. And I want to encourage you as a mental strength coach to give it another shot, to do it super simply as we're doing it here together. And I'd love to hear what you think. So thanks for joining me for this part 2. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.